This is a video showing how we use our roasting setup in masonry ovens. This is an outdoor masonry oven. Typically we use for baking bread and pizza and things like that. You can see here I'm just cleaning out the coals, take out about 80% of them from firing the oven in the morning, so the oven's nice and hot. The hearth temperature is reading about 550, 570 around there, and that temperature comes from internal probes built into the bricks. And you want to know what the air temperature is, because that's going to be more important for roasting beans, whereas if you're cooking a pizza, for example, the hearth temperature is more important. So I'm just putting a little thermometer in here to check what the temperature is. If you're doing this initially and you want to know exactly what it is, it's best to lift that thermometer off the hearth completely to figure out exactly what the air temperature is. I like to leave, sometimes, depending on how hot the hearth gets, a little bit of coals in the side, which you can see there, resting there on the side in the oven. So I can throw a few more sticks on and keep the fire going a little bit to keep the air temperature high if doing multiple roasts. So you can kind of see that there, the fire's burning, keeping that air temperature where I want it for roasting the coffee. Also, this is the middle of October in northern Vermont. It's actually snowing a little bit, so the air outside of the oven is pretty cold, and some of that air gets into the oven while you're roasting. So that's the setup, taking the thermometer out, and now we'll get on to loading the coffee into the roaster and then do a sort of a time-lapsed roast. So there's the coffee in the roaster. I'll just pause it here. You can see that just the various components. So outside is a roasting stand, what the drum rests on. Then you have the rod, which goes through some support pieces and connects to the actual roasting drum here. All of this can be disassembled, so the rod can come out of the roasting stand and the roasting drum can be taken off the rod. The drum here is set up to be used to roast about a pound of coffee at a sort of maximum. And then the door mechanism is like a side latch type thing, so you can get the coffee in and out quickly if you want to do a couple different roasts, experiment with things and things of that nature. Giving a few spins here just to make sure everything's latched down and you're not spilling any coffee before you put it in the oven. Now, loading it into the oven is pretty straightforward. You basically just slide it back in. The stand has smooth, flat foot plates, so it just slides along the oven floor really easily. And the power there is with a drill. And we have a nice drill stand that can kind of set the speed for you as well. Here's the roasting setup in the oven, just spinning along, fairly slowly, maybe 50, 60 RPMs. You can just control this with the drill speed. It can go up to faster than you'd want it to go, down to a pretty creepy, crawly type pace, real slow. So there's the coals, keeping the air hot, the drum rotating. We've finished there. You can see a little bit of smoke coming off the beans. Now, opening up the drum, letting the beans pour out there onto the cooling rack. So then once the beans are out, you just simply rotate the drum back up. You can add more beans and then roast again while you cool down your other batch. So that's how to use this roasting setup to roast really nice quality coffee in an outdoor masonry oven. You could also do the same thing in like an indoor pizza oven or bread oven, anything really that has the ability to get up to the right temperature and also a ventilation system. So thanks for watching.